Hello, welcome back to the Cave and Drew Show. I am your co-host, Caveman.
Hello, mates. This is Drew here.
Oh my god, that was the worst British accent.
So we're just not gonna do the British accents right now.
No.
We're just gonna kind of go into it.
We were goofing off behind.
before we even hit the record button.
Yeah.
So it's just like it kind of
Don't mind us, guys. I'm sorry. But anyways, welcome back to the show. We just wanted to give you a quick segment before getting into anything. This is actually recorded after our mental health episode. We just wanted to add a little more to a recent reaction that we've seen. As everybody knows, we saw the recent trailer for Spider-Man. This episode is about that reaction.
Yes.
So, start us off, Drew, today, man. Like, how do you feel about the trailer? What's going on?
Oof. So there's a lot to chew. There is a lot to digest. But I know we're all so excited for No Way Home. We've been waiting forever.
Yeah.
The other night, I was literally sitting on Twitter because Sony said they were going to post it because they were doing their CinemaCon panel. And I think they held that in Vegas. I'm not 100% sure where they do it. And that's like an invite-only event. So, like, a lot of the people that I follow, all the sources I follow, like comicbook.com and all of them, of course, all of them were invited. So they were posting updates, like pictures, like, oh, Sony's about to start in like 3 minutes. So everybody was just clamoring on Twitter. There was a hashtag out there and everything. Like, yeah, we all know the trailer got leaked, unfortunately. I watched the leaked version, and let me tell you, it was a very shitty recorded version because it was literally a phone recording a phone recording a phone.
I didn't know that.
It was like 3 phones recording the same thing. It was awful. So I was just like, I don't even know why you would leak this because this looks like shit. You could barely make out what was happening. You can hear everything, but you weren't able to make it out. So I was just like, yeah, I watched it, but I was just like, yeah, I got to see it in HD, bitches.
Yeah.
So
you know how we feel though about Spider-Man, man, because I mean, look at my room, for crying out loud.
Right.
But Spider-Man is one of our top heroes.
He's definitely in my top 5, like top 3. He's amazing. He's been a huge influence on mostly all our lives growing up. I mean, if there is one superhero that everyone knows from Marvel, it's always going to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, man. Spidey's
like one of the first people you're going to think of. There are other icons, don't get me wrong, like Captain America, Iron Man, Avengers, whatnot, but Spidey is like the main one you'll always hear about.
Yo, man.
So clamoring my phone, I was talking to Lasash, right? Just clamoring my phone, and then out of nowhere, the trailer got posted. And I just lost my shit. I started yelling. I went ahead and I casted my phone to my TV to watch it. And oh my God, like I have a lot of feelings about the trailer. Like it makes me just feel so happy seeing that we get another Spider-Man movie that almost didn't even fucking happen.
No.
You know, with the whole Sony and Disney ordeal that happened, I'm so glad they patched it. Thank you, Tom Holland, for fixing that.
Do you know how disappointing would that be? Because we just got basically a Venom movie that could have bridged having Venom and Spidey on the big screen finally for people for live action, you know?
And I think one of the best things that they're doing right now is because now that they have this whole multiverse thing going on, there's infinite possibilities, as you saw in this trailer, which we're going to just dive into very soon in just a moment, with like all the returning villains, all the familiar voices you may have heard. But I think like they've done a really good job at trying to like set up this whole multiverse aspect. And like even Kevin Feige recently said in an interview, now that they're doing the multiverse, anything is possible.
Right.
And you can kind of piggyback off what he says, anything is possible. So yeah, there might be a good chance one day we might see Tom Hardy's Venom go up against Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It could happen.
Listen.
There's no denying it. There was no denial there.
I have such speculation now because people, of course, are talking now Sinister Six. We saw the villains in the trailer, people who've seen the little Easter eggs in there, and people who might be in there. Like we've seen the bomb from Green Goblin and
the pumpkin bomb.
The pumpkin bomb.
We heard William Dafoe's voice.
Yes.
And that's another thing, guys. Like William Dafoe hasn't even been confirmed. Either that or they just haven't said anything. There's been nothing to leak about him being on set.
Oh, I got you. Let me piggyback off all that right quick.
Go ahead.
So, Tom Holland on IG, or if one of his socials, I think it was Twitter or IG, he said that this trailer is only the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, I heard that too.
So, meaning this could actually go even further.
Yes.
They probably didn't even reveal all of the people that were on set.
Definitely not, because there's been so many rumors of who. There was already a set photo leak with Andrew Garfield, so it's pretty obvious that he's in there.
Yeah.
If we have Pumpkin Bomb in this damn trailer with William Dafoe's laughing voice in the background, it's safe to assume Toby has to be involved as well.
If Toby is in here,
Everybody's gonna go lose their shit.
Yes.
Because I don't even remember how old I was. I suck at math, guys. So I know I was like in elementary school when I first saw the very first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie.
And Spider-Man 2 is arguably one of the best Spider-Man movies because of Doc Ock.
It is considered one of the best. Yes, just like you said it's one of the best comic book movies. There's nothing you can say about that. It's up there. Like, for me, for back in the day superhero movies growing up, I know X-Men 2 was a really, really good one, and Spider-Man 2 was always there as well. Spider-Man 2 is arguably one of the best fucking movies ever. Dude, the train sequence against Doc Ock.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
All the stakes that went into that movie, it was such an improvement of the first one. And I'm not bashing the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I love the first one, too, but the second one was just... That was a masterpiece, dude. I really don't have any complaints with that one.
Yeah,
We're not going to mention part 3.
Oh, no,
Never going to mention that.
We don't.
But the first two, very high tier for me. But
Molina is back.
Melina is back, so now we're definitely going to dive into this. Melina's back. Hello, Peter. What a way to close out that damn trailer, man. What a way they did that. It was amazing. We already knew he was in it. I haven't seen anything leading up to the trailer reveal of him on set. I know that they de-aged him. If you've noticed.
Oh, really?
They definitely de-aged him, but you couldn't really tell. You see, that's what I like about Disney. So their de-aging tech is picking up.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Considerably.
I thought he just used like Just for Men or something, get the little gray hairs out of there. But
no,
wow.
dude, they actually de-aged Alfred Molina's face. That was confirmed. But it's like the de-aging tech that Disney has. You can see how it has progressed, going all the way back from like off topic, but from Rogue One with General Tarkin's face or Leia's CG face and stuff. Now, like, they have this crazy de-aging tech. Like, look at a good example is Hank Pym and Ant-Man and the Wasp, even Michelle Pfeiffer in part 2.
Oh, wow.
You haven't seen part 2 yet.
No, I have not.
There's an opening scene where it's a flashback, basically, and they're both de-aged, but you can't even tell.
No.
It looks so well, the tech that they're using, so it's going to look really nice. Like,
my God.
I love it. Like, you're able to bring him back. Of course, we all age. So the fact that they can do something like that to still put you in this role, it's perfect. Because I don't think I want to see anyone else as Dr. Octopus.
No.
I love what Alfred Molina does with Otto Octavius. He's just so sinister with it. He has such a sweet side in how he performs it, but he can go sinister just like that.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's I feel like that's the biggest takeaway from Spider-Man 2.
Man, and there's some set pics, of course, with a little electricity and lightning. So thinking that Electro is in here.
Yes, Jamie Foxx's Electro is confirmed. I know everybody was worried that they were going to go the whole blue Jamie Foxx route.
Oh,
that is not going to happen.
I'm happy because the design. When I've seen the Spider-Man movie,
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't. No, not there for me.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. I'm not a big fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Not that I didn't like Andrew Garfield. I think he did great as both Peter and Spidey. But my biggest problem with those movies is kind of degraded the quality of them. Like when you look at Amazing Spider-Man 1, which is the better movie out of the two, you have Kirk Connors. You had a really good Kirk Connors, but I didn't really like what they did with the Lizard because they kind of morphed his backstory in a way. They kind of cut out the tragedy of what made him Kirk Connors and become the Lizard, like his motivation for all of that.
Right.
So I just didn't think they did a good job with those movies, and not even with Electro. Nothing against Jamie Foxx. He's a great actor. I just don't like what they did with his character. I didn't like the costume. I didn't like the look. I didn't like that it was this weird blue electricity. I'm not trying to be nitpicky, guys, but it's just not my cup of tea, man.
You know what? I would have to agree with you with the Electro part. I do love the introduction to Gwen with Emma Stone, of course, as the role. And there's a lot of features, of course. People will argue between the Spideys, but each one had their own characteristics. This Tom Holland, present day Holland, is just I can't put my finger on him. He's just perfect. He's the high school Spidey.
He's my favorite one. And you're gonna have people to argue it, like you said, with Toby or Andrew, but I think all three of the actors brought different levels of skill to each Peter Parker / Spider-Man that they performed.
Right.
Like with Toby's, a lot of people don't really like his Peter Parker, but they like his Spider-Man, which is fair. With Andrew, a lot of people like his Peter Parker more than his Spider-Man. I think he did kind of a good job on both. Like, he was a little hipster.
Yeah.
Not going to BS on that. But at the same time, what I liked about his Spider-Man is he was quipping during his fights.
Yeah.
We didn't get too much of that with Tobey Maguire. And then when you have Tom Holland, the reason why I feel like he's perfection in the role is because he quips. He got brought into this role as a teen. So he was really young. And that's what I've always wanted. I wanted a really young Spider-Man, but someone who, I guess an actor who hadn't blown up to that fame yet. He did have a few movies as a kid, but like for him to now have that fame behind him because of what the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done for him in the role of Spider-Man, it's amazing.
Yes.
Like it's great. Don't you guys remember seeing Civil War for the first time and
Oh
seeing
my God.
Spider-Man's introduction in that movie? It was a great setup.
Hey guys, what do you mean? Hi.
Like
what do you
and
mean?
just the New York sequence where Tony went to the apartment and talked, was hitting on Aunt May. I mean, it's Marissa Tomei.
Oh my God! People, by the way, sorry, it's so totally off topic, but they're commenting if they ever bring back that guy from the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey, the Rent guy.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing those memes.
Yo,
Yes.
if they bring him back, that would be priceless to watch. But now this opens up possibilities to so much things. We already spoke about Spider-Man being with Venom in the universe. Now, something that people want to also know is what happens to now since we've had the introduction to Vulture and Scorpion. How would they play roles in here? They haven't been
Right.
revealed.
There's been speculation because there was really only supposed to be 3 Spidey movies for the MCU. That's what Sony allowed them to do. So I'm not entirely 100% sure. There is speculation that Tom Holland might do another movie. It would kind of make sense if they did allow him to do another movie because there's still some storylines that need to be wrapped up. As you stated, Vulture and Scorpion are in jail together and they can't just leave that like that. They have to
No.
do something with it. And, they could very well bring them into the new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, but we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Because with this whole multiverse thing they have set up, there's so many ways you can go toward it. There's a couple things in the trailer I do want to point out that, like, I don't know if it's true or not. This is just pure speculation, people. But when Pete's in jail, when they're kind of questioning him over the whole Mysterio incident, there's an hairy arm that goes down with files. I am going to say that I'm 99% on the spectrum that has to be Charlie Cox from Daredevil.
Ooh.
It has to be. They have spotted him on set.
If nobody knows who Charlie Cox is, it's Matt Murdock, of course, from the Netflix series Daredevil. Right?
Exactly.
So
yeah, exactly. So there's no other Daredevil to me. Like, I'm not going to talk about Affleck's version because I don't like that movie.
yeah,
But like Charlie Cox's Daredevil was exactly what we needed at that time. I am very salty that it was owned by Netflix at the time and they had canceled it with the way the last season ended. But Marvel has their rights back to him. So I would not be surprised if it is him, if it's Matt Murdock handling Peter's case. And I kind of hope it is.
everything is coming together. So you got Daredevil in the mix. You got the 3 Spideys. You got all these villains coming through. There's something big going on. Do you imagine if they ever eventually start adding the other Spideys as live action? Do you imagine a Gwen?
It's totally possible.
With
the multiverse, it's 100% possible. Another thing I noticed for those who have played the recent Spider-Man games on PlayStation, you guys remember the Feast Center that Aunt May was working at?
Oh, absolutely.
The Feast Center is in the trailer. It's a
in the
very
trailer.
blink if you miss it, and Pete is running through it in that gold and black suit. That
That could mean Miles.
That could very well mean Miles Morales eventually pulling up. Yes. I don't want to be too on that spectrum, but it's just like it's the Feast Center. You wouldn't just throw that in there if it didn't mean anything.
Right.
So they could easily do a Miles Morales now. It's 100% possible.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's a lot for them to just be like, this is the last Spider-Man movie. No, man. No. You guys got to do more with this because there's a lot going into this. Another thing that I noticed in the trailer, I don't know if you caught it, Lizard.
Oh, Lizard.
It was a really quick scene where Pete's like standing and then there's like something, it looked like kind of like a magical barrier. Maybe Doctor Strange made it. And something scratching at it. And the figure, you can make it out to be Lizard. I don't know if they're going to go with the same design from Amazing Spider-Man 1. They might because it looked like he had like the round body. But I don't know. But that's definitely Lizard.
Right.
There was moving sand as well.
Moving sand. So with you said they had eyes or a shape of a face.
It was a little. I'm telling you, these shots were really quick. Some of them. So there was sand moving, and you could see like where the lightning was shining. It looked like there was eyes in the sand.
So maybe like a Sandman.
It could be Sandman. I don't know if they're bringing back the original actor. I don't recall his name from Spider-Man 3, but they could easily do a multiverse version of him with another actor in the role. Because now with the multiverse, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Amazing. There's speculation, and this is like a personal one, of course. I really think that if they bring back Mysterio, somehow he survives when Peter, when he gets shot, basically. And
Which was totally his fucking fault.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not forget that Pete was just trying to save everyone.
right. And so if somehow he comes back from the dead, or that would be amazing. So we have our original Sinister Six.
Yeah, like it would be great to see Jake Gyllenhaal come back. He did great. I really did love him as Mysterio. That I love Far From Home.
Yeah.
That is definitely one of the best Spider-Man movies, hands down. I find it better than Homecoming.
Oh wow, that's big.
I find it better than Homecoming because I've always wanted Mysterio. That is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. And I've always wanted to see him. Like, there's a lot of classical villains that they haven't tackled yet. You know, that I guess Sony is trying to give them their own individual movies. Like Morbius, for example, is getting a movie with Jared Leto in the role. I love Morbius.
Yeah.
That's a character I've always wanted to see. Craven the Hunter is another movie they have planned. Another character that I want to see.
Right. How does this play with as well other things that are coming into the phase? Like for example, the Eternals are coming.
Right.
So
And I really hope it doesn't get pushed back. But, pandemic's not making anything easy.
my God.
Because I think they're looking at how Shang-Chi does in the theater, which I also can't wait for. I'm very excited for that. Before they tend to release Eternal. So I hope they don't push it back. I would hope they do like a Disney Plus Premiere Access thing, but who knows?
Right.
The
And
pandemic speaks for cinema right now.
this movie is set to release in Christmas, right? The
Spider-Man is set to release in December. I don't know if they have an exact date.
I believe they said Christmas Day.
I think it was around Christmas. You might be right because I know the trailer only left us off with this December.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But wow,
yeah.
I'm astounded. Yeah.
December 17th.
December 17th.
Yes.
So like a week before Christmas.
Yep. So right around that time, basically. And on Christmas, everybody likes to go to the movies, so people will be going to watch that following week. It's Spider-Man. His movies always make a lot of money.
Dude, when you sent me the link, I just got off of work and I was just like, what? And I had no words.
I think the first thing you did was call me, and the only thing I continued to remember myself repeating on the phone was literally, "It's out, it's released. They dropped it. They dropped the
and
damn
I'm just
trailer.
like, what are you talking
It's out.
about,
It's
man?
out. It's out." Like, I was so flabbergasted. Like, I just had to share it. I was just like, nope, you need to go watch it now. Get off the phone with me.
It's about time. My God. Guys, if you have anything that you also saw in the trailer, comment, and just comment what else. What do you think? What do you think might happen since this multiverse is open? There's so much possibilities.
For sure.
Yeah. Anything you else want to add, or
I was just gonna say that hopefully when they release the other trailer, because they always do like a couple trailers before the movie drops, like the finalized one, because this was only the teaser. I don't want to see too much. Me personally, I'm pretty damn sure with the final trailer they're going to reveal all Spider-Men standing next to each other. I could only see them ending it with that.
yes,
I don't want to see it. I really hope that they keep it conspicuous, but at this point, bro, they're not going to. Everybody leaks everything.
Yeah, man.
So it's kind of hard. Oh, and another fun theory that actually my cousin told me, because his girlfriend is a journalist. Apparently, there was a rumor stating that ScarJo was the one that leaked this trailer before it came out. Like I said, this is speculation and a rumor. If that is the case, that would be hilarious because of what the hell she's going through with Disney right now, which good for her.
Right.
Get that money,
And
girl.
if you guys don't know what's going on, she was actually supposed to get paid for the theatrical release, but it was released through Disney Plus, right? I believe.
Well, it was a consecutive release, so they did Disney Plus and the cinema. It didn't make a lot in the movies, unfortunately. It didn't make as much as it could have. Obviously, with the pandemic, a lot of people still are not really safe from going to the theater, which is fine. But then they went ahead and they did a premiere access for Disney Plus. Now, the problem with that was in the contract for the Black Widow film, it was nowhere in the contract that they were going to do a dual release.
Right.
So with that, Scarlett Johansson obviously lost a lot of money because all the money that it's racking up from the people who purchased it as premiere access, she's not getting any of that.
No, just the theatrical, and that's it.
And that's it. And that, when you think about it, that's not right, especially if you don't have it in the contract. I'm sure if it was in the contract, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But because they did that without it being in the contract, she took action. And the crazy part is a lot of the actors and actresses that are within the MCU are backing her on this decision. And the fans are too. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think she has every right to go get her money.
I agree. I agree. And if it's not in a contract, that's how they get you always, man, with the contract. And it's not right. Especially with such a known actress like her, why would you do her like
She's
that? That's
been
dirty.
like, dude, and she's been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe since Iron Man 2. She's been around. It's like she has a relationship with you guys at this point. She's one of the OGs of the MCU. Why would you do her so dirty? You already did her so dirty by giving her a movie so late in Phase fucking 4.
Yeah.
But at the same time, now you're gonna go and do that and not like I didn't know that until the whole thing came out where she was taking legal action. I figured, Disney would have been smart to tell her this. Nope, they didn't tell her shit. So.
Disney's not being smart with this either. Because now, if you have these other actors against you,
You
your
wanna-
whole universe goes down.
Dude, if they don't get on point with this, that could very much be a lot of damage control for Disney, because if the actors and actresses refuse to continue these roles, they're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
When Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios under Disney, is saying that he's voicing his support for Scarlett Johansson as well, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Now you have the head of Marvel, who's the one that takes all these amazing ideas and characters and puts it together for everyone to see and enjoy, saying that he's voicing his support on her. So at this point, dude, the easiest thing that Disney can do is settle, in my opinion. And it's not like they don't have the money to settle. They make so much money. They can settle.
They absolutely.
They can settle.
And I'm glad she's going after it. I'm glad she's not giving up. It's fucked up.
Because,
So,
and then I read something going forward that now each time they do, Marvel films within the contracts, everything has to be there. They're going to have people reviewing the contracts extra heavy now because of this incident. And you know what? Good on them. They deserve to make their money. They're putting their life and sweat and tears in these roles for us to enjoy, and of course, passionate for them to do the roles as well. So why not? Get your money, guys. Don't let them take that from you.
my God.
That's basically all I have to say. I'm super excited for No Way Home.
Yes.
This was basically our little reaction to the teaser. At this point, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen it. It's, I think, one of the most trending trailers right now on YouTube.
Yes.
It got, I think, 24 million views within like the first hour or something like that.
Yep.
So that's wild.
If you're a fan of Spider-Man, do yourself the favor, go get it. Go check it out.
Yeah.
And I do want to also announce, as part from our podcast as well, eventually we are looking into getting some visuals for you guys for video. I know we said it a couple times, but we're definitely working on that.
For sure.
And get something captivating to the eye. I think we do need that. And if any donations or anything, y'all just let us know, man. DM us. Any local support is greatly appreciated. If money is not a thing for you, a like and a share it is always.
Yeah, it's not only, we're not doing it just for the money. We're honestly, we're not really even doing it for the money at all. We're doing it for ourselves and
We enjoy.
the fun. We have a lot of fun recording together.
Yeah.
So that's like our biggest message here. Everybody, God bless. Please share the word on it, and please continue to support us. We've been getting views on each of our videos, so I gladly appreciate everyone.
Absolutely, man. And with this, we signing off, man. Appreciate
Signing
y'all.
off. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.